Hello, Internet. So I think I fixed my audio issues. Hopefully, finally. Um, but yeah, another video. PlayStation Store, we're going to go through another genre that's listed. And yeah, just go through the games and see what's on there. A nice little compare contrast to what's on Xbox 360 currently until the great delisting of 2024 in August. I gotta say, it was weird that they brought up the whole during the business whatever podcast thing on Xbox. Like they brought it, they made a point to like bring that up or like mention it, and like that and what's the other word called? Preservation. I was like, that's like really weird that they would like point that out when they are actively going to like get rid of a bunch of stuff. I mean, their forward compatibility is really good, but the problem is you're like taking away the stuff that's like there, so it's kind of like Anyway, I could go into that, but that's a separate video. Okay, we did shooters last time. We can go with new fighting games. I honestly don't even know like what I wanted to do here, so I should probably make a list. I mean, we can just go down the list. It's fine. Like, you might as well just go in order, and then I will have to come back to action adventure because there's over 1,000 games in that one, and it's like, yeah, that's gonna take a while. Anyhow, 1,280. Yeah, over 1,000. All right. So fighting games. Here we go. Ultra Street Fighter here at the very top. 123. So yeah, this should not be as long as the last video, which I think was like 2 hours and something. I don't remember. It was a long video. Okay, so here we go. Iron Snout. Oh, Vita. Okay, yeah. Also, like just like last time, there's some Vita stuff in here, even though yeah, that platform is literally dead. And I think there's some PSP games in there last time too, but it's usually stuff that's got cross play functionality with Vita and PSP, or PS3 and PSP, which is kind of weird because I'm like, wait, didn't they list all the PSP stuff? And I guess as long as it's cross play, whatever, it's listed on 2 platforms instead of just the one, you can still get it. Anyway, Iron Snout, Kung Fury, Street Rage, Garo, Mark of the Wolves, Blaze Blue, Central Fiction, Guilty Gear, Zerd, Revelator, The Last Blade 2, Skull Girls Second Encore, Nitro Plus Blasters, Heroines Infinite Duel, Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax, Nobunaga's Ambition Sphere of Influence, Saint Seiya Soldier's Soul. This looks like it's not on here because there's no price listed, so this might not actually be purchasable. It looks that way. You can look at the trailer though. It's still on here. You know, I've never seen the anime this is based on. If I remember correctly though, I saw a video or something on YouTube where it was like the American version is like way off because the gender of all the characters is like changed or something, and they're not the same as they are in the like actual Japanese version or something. But or just one of the dubs is weird or something. I don't remember off the top of my head, but like there's like a weird story behind this series. Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax. Didn't I just? Oh, I didn't. I did the thing where I went from the opposite side. I should probably stop doing that when there's like a double. Because this is the Vita version, this is the PC version. That's my bad. Sorry. Anywho, it's got both of them on here, the same price. So yeah, one's 20, the other one's 22. So. Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma Extend, $40. Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma Extend, Vita and PS3. See, I'm looking at this and I'm like, well, this does kind of like make the whole, argument, or not. I'm sorry, not make the argument, but it does make more sense to like just have a game that's got, you know, a PS4 and a PS Vita version, or a PS3 and PS Vita version, which I have not yet seen yet, for the fighting section, so you don't have to like, you know, buy both. Therefore, spend twice the money. So yeah, Samurai Warriors Chronicles 3. I did not know the Samurai Warriors had a fighting game adaptation. I thought those were all, you know, the Muso style. So it's news to me, unless it's just listed in the wrong spot. Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Oh, looks like there's no price, means it's probably not listed. So yeah, kind of weird that, like, that's a thing where like the game's not purchasable, but it's still on the store, right? But you can't buy it. It's just there. I would go into the whole, like, you know, my usual spiel, which is, oh man, Budokai 3. Because I didn't play Dragon Ball Fighters. Because like the current thing in fighting games that really irks me is the whole DLC characters, and there's like a ton of like character passes, or air quote seasons or season passes, and just like the like inflated cost of like specifically fighting games in general. If you're gonna get all the DLC characters, like, you don't just buy the game, you get the game, but then you end up getting. I mean, if you like, okay, it depends on, like, you know, how you feel about it, or like how your personal preferences. But, you know, if you really want to like get all the stuff for the game, or you just really like the game and you want to get all the characters and have a complete roster, and like the only time that like is negated is when there's like a complete edition at the end, when like everything is collected. Tekken 7 did that. That's one of like the few recent ones that did it. Because it doesn't always happen, and it's like really annoying. It's yeah. This is also probably the reason I didn't buy Street Fighter 6, because Street Fighter 5 left a really bad taste in my mouth, because it kind of started off kind of free to play, but then they like added more to it, but then they kept adding on, but like, yeah, it got better. But then it's like, dude, I'd already spent $60, and it's like, this is expensive, and I'm not dumping any more money in this game. So it's like, on the one hand, it kind of helped me get over my sunken cost, you know, problem. I would like kind of keep buying stuff for certain games, and like not really, even if I wasn't playing it, just like have all the content. But then at a certain point, it's like, dude, I'm not doing this anymore. It's not worth the price, and it's just, yeah. But yeah, fighting games really recently have not been very good at the whole getting all of the content in one collection after release, even if it's been years later. So it's kind of annoying. Case in point, like, I did just say Dragon Ball Fighters Z, but that one's not collected, and you can't get like the separate, you know, seasons and DLCs and stuff. But it's like, dude, it's like, I like the game cost XYZ, and then like to, you know, buy all that stuff on top, then you're just yeah, not to beat a dead horse, but the, you know, the cost goes from like being gaming expensive hobby to gaming prohibitively expensive hobby, and it's just super annoying when that happens. Moving right along, Dead or Alive 5 last round. If I'm not mistaken, one of the recent Dead or Alives did that too. There's like a ton of DLC, but it was all cosmetic, I think, mostly, if or all of it, and it was just, yeah, it was just like, okay, well, you don't need this to play the game. But man, there's a lot of, I mean, if you're in the, but I mean, I mean, I feel like that's a different, that's like a, you know, that's a weird, that's a very specific example, because of like the nature of Dead or Alive and the characters in it and the clothing that they wear, that is a cosmetic microtransaction that they would be filling the game with. But yeah, anyway, Bladestorm Nightmare, Under Night in Birth EXE late. I own this game and I don't even know if I'm saying it right. I don't remember buying this. I must have. I'm kind of curious if I picked this up on. When did I pick this up? Anyway. Guilty Gear Zerd Sign. I'm pretty sure I have the PS4 version of this. Like, or, yeah, because I'm looking at it and I'm like, didn't I get this on PS4? But it's whatever. I did shout out Arc System Works in a previous video, though. I think on the 360 version, or the 360 whatever during the whatever letter when we're going through the games. But yeah, just their art style, and they're like just, the aesthetic, character design, just visually. It's like a fork in the road, right? You've got, like, 2D games and 3D games, or very specifically in this case fighting games, and it's like, Street Fighter's kind of like abandoned 2D and gone 3D, which is, it's fine. It doesn't matter. I'm just like saying, like, aesthetically, like, I still prefer. I think I personally just prefer like games like Guilty Gear, where it's just they look like an anime, or just like in their current iteration, right? It's like you're playing an anime because it looks like the 2D art from an anime when you watch it, but you're able to like manipulate the characters in a 3D and not so much a 3D environment, but like a 2D plane in a 3D environment, because the art style is now like a 3D model that's been drawn, but like with that, like, just the cell art is just so effing good. Like, case in point, I think 2B just came out for Grand Blue Fantasy Rising. I'm trying to get the name right, because yeah. But just, yeah, it looks amazing, dude. Just like I have the free version of that because it's a free to play fighting game, and I just want to get the 2B thing because I'm such uh, a fan of 2B. But yeah. Anyway, Kickboxing PS1 Classic, Arcana Heart 3 Love Max. Arcana Heart 3 Love Max for the Vita. Digimon All-Star Rumble. No price, so probably not listed. Ultra Street Fighter 4. I'm pretty sure I picked this up on PS4 because I think this came out like at the end of the console generation. So, I mean, that being said, though, this was, yeah, I've said this in a previous video in this series where, like, Capcom was like pretty guilty of like re-releasing multiple iterations of Street Fighter. I say 4 is probably like the end of that, though they did have like 5 Championship Edition, so it's like not the end of it, but it was like the worst of the most recent iterations, because 5 is less atrocious at it, and then 6 is just 6 with DLC. So yeah, hopefully they're not going to go back to that ever again. So we'll see. But yeah, Street Fighter 4, man. That's where I got back into the genre because I was kind of off for like a while. And then like recently Tekken 8, man, I'm loving it. So anyhow, let's not linger on this discussion topic. It's a pretty big iceberg. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle. Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma. Actually, I guess the ones that have no price listed are just like not there. I'm kind of curious how this Digimon game is. Oh, it looks like a Smash clone. Doesn't look bad. Wait a minute. Okay, I guess it can be a Smash clone if there's like no overfill to like smash them out of. But then it looks like it's a brawler of some sort. I'm not sure. I've not played this. Yeah, like even looking at the numbers, it's like, okay, is that HP MP, or like how's that? I'd have to watch a video on YouTube, I guess. But yeah, it says it's 4 players. It's got 4 stars for 172 reviews. Eh. The JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Oh, it's got 5 stars. Over 2,000 reviews. Well, it's close to 5 stars anyway. See, I'd heard of the fighting game JoJo Bizarre Adventure before I like knew it was an anime. Like, I didn't know until recently. Well, I guess recently is pretty relative. It was like 5 years ago. That was actually not recently, but I mean, it's when I say recently, I mean like in the Dreamcast game I know of, like back in the day, and then like but that's like way back. That's like 30 years ago in the 90s. And whereas this is like like I said, more recently within like the last 5 years. But I'm like, oh, it's an anime. Okay, so I didn't know it was like based on an anime. I just knew it was like a fighting game on the Dreamcast for the longest time. And I'm like, oh, it's actually based on an anime. But yeah. There's one of these I have, I think, installed on the PS3 right now. I could just go and load up. But I don't know if I get a content ID strike from the music or any of the stuff in the game, so I probably won't do that. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's the same one, because it is, this one's delisted, but then like the one I have is maybe that one, but I'm not sure, because I don't know which one it is. I guess I'll go look at it after this. Anywho, plays Blue Chrono Phantasma. I feel like we already said that, but I guess it was a Vita game. Anywho, Injustice Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition. Okay, I know I have this on PS4. This is weird, because it's like, I'm going through here and I'm like, do I have this on PS4? But then it's like, yes, but then I guess it's not cross-buy, so I don't have it on PS3, even though the PS3 version exists. But then I'm also like, well, why would I want to get the PS3 version when the PS4 version exists, you know? So, yeah. But yeah. I believe we're up to Injustice 2, right? So we're on the second game of this. And there's like the anime, or the animated prequel of like the events that happened before this one starts, where I guess I'll just say stuff happens. I don't want to like spoil it, even though it is like at the very beginning, so it's not really that much of a spoiler. But if you don't know, stuff goes down. Superman goes over the goes off the deep end, and yeah, it's a fun ride. Supposedly the comic adaptation of this is really good too. I've not read it, but it's supposed to be really good as well. But yeah, I really enjoy the NetherRealm style of like the fighting games that they started with like Mortal Kombat. I don't know which one. I think it was just Mortal Kombat actually. It was just Mortal Kombat. It was like the reboot when Raiden goes back in time to do things, and then it's like a reboot of the series. But yeah, that one, when they first introduced like the seamless cutscene gameplay, like thing that they got going on. Quite enjoying it. I've not played the last two Mortal Kombats. 6 I don't have, or not 6. I'm thinking Street Fighter. 1 Mortal Kombat 1. I haven't picked that one up. But the one before that I haven't played. I can't remember the name. I see that's your thing. It's like XXL or something for like the last 2 or 3. Anyway, let's continue. Soul Calibur 2 HD Online. So yeah, this is delisted, I know, because it's not whatever. I have this on Dreamcast. I'm sorry. This is the GameCube one. Or I don't have, yeah, I have the GameCube one of this because it has Link in it. The Xbox version had Spawn, and then PS2 had Heihachi. Supposedly there's a rumor that the PS2 version was going to have Link. I'm sorry. Gosh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what's wrong with my brain today. Cloud. Supposedly Cloud was going to be the guest character for the PS2 version. I have no idea if that's like true or not, but that's a rumor I've heard and seen. No confirmation. I feel like that would have been like on the PS2, dude. Like with the install base, like if that was a thing, I think it would have worked out, man. Like that was before Dirge of Cerberus as well, probably. I don't know for sure, but like that was around like the same console generation, but I think this came out before then. So like there was not the stink of like the Dirge game. So it's like 7 was still like, you know, super popular. But yeah, I guess for whatever reason they didn't do that. But hey, 2Bs and 6, so sorry, I can help myself. Alright. Skullgirls Encore. And Gauss's show Justice some I cannot talk. Injustice Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition Vita version. Girl Fight. This was listed on the 360 video series. And I looked up like one YouTube video review just because I was like curious, because like it's only $10, but I was like, I decided like not to buy it, but I'll probably end up getting this at some point, either on PS3 or 360. Maybe both, why not, right? Capcom Fighting Evolution. I believe this is included in the Capcom Fighting Collection that recently came out that has, I think it's got like Dock Strikers 1 and 2, maybe another one, some other stuff. It's like, I don't know, it's like a weird compilation, the Capcom Fighting Collection, because it's a bunch of fighting games by Capcom, and I'm sure at least one Street Fighter, because, yeah. Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate, Dead or Alive 5 Last Round, Core Fighters. Okay, this must be like the free-to-play. And then this is like an add-on, but maybe it's this is one I was talking about. Or was it 5 or 6? I don't know. But just, one of them was like, yeah, just so much DLC, and it was so expensive, I can't remember which one. Anywho. Chaos Code, Dive Kick, Vita, PS3, Capcom Resident Evil 2, Mark of the Millennium, 2001. I have the physical copy of this on PS2, but this is one of my favorite fighting games. It's just, it's a fun time. I'm not going to try to like elaborate, but yeah, it's a fun time. It's a lot of characters, good roster, looks great, plays good. Dead or Alive 5 Plus for Vita. Guilty Gear XXX and Core Plus R Vita. I want to say this was in the 360 listings when we did those, but I could be wrong. But it's good to know that's like also on here, and it's also on Vita. So you know, if you're wanting to check that out. Fire Pro Wrestling Returns. $10. This is a wrestling series, so I'm like aware of it, but I've not played any of them. I just know that like they're semi-popular. I don't know if they still are, but like, or like for like a while, it's like a long-running series because it kept getting like entries. But like the graphics are very old school. I'm trying to think of an example, but like, yes, I was hoping there'd be like a screenshot. But yeah, if you've seen it, it doesn't. It's not like a modern like the WWE 2K games like those, or I guess like the recent AEW Fight Forever. It's not like that stuff, that style. Dead or Alive 5 Plus and Dead or Alive 5. Okay, so you get 5 and 5 Plus. $70, dude. PS3. Dead or Alive 5 Plus and Dead or Alive Paradise on the Vita. So, yeah, another bundle. Dead or Alive games, semi pricey. Was that the one I was thinking? I don't know if that's the one I'm thinking about, but like every time I look at them and I see like it's kind of expensive, I was like, maybe it's that one, but I'm not sure. Darkstalkers Resurrection. Guilty Gear XX. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a Delta Core or something Core Plus, because it's not an A, unless it is A Core. Wait a minute. This is okay. It's Accent Core. Jeez, I was like, isn't this the same as the Vita? I think that was just there. Is this on PS4? Network Battle Mode is now available. Well, this is all new. So at the time, 2012. Geez, that was over 10 years ago. See, I'm curious. Is this? I'm not as familiar with like the Guilty Gear series as far as like the entries chronologically, like which ones are before and after, or like what order. Because it's like I know at some point Blaze Blue came out, which was a different name, but it uses a lot. I think it uses the same characters or just a similar style as Guilty Gear, but it's not called Guilty Gear. So it's kind of, my brain is like very, I don't know which is which, but then I also kind of associate them with each other because they're so the same, and they're both by Arc System Works anyway, and they look very similar from a aesthetic standpoint and like character models and just the graphic style. So I'm always confused. Except I'm not as familiar because I've only played a few of them in the series. Dead or Alive 5 with Hottie's Swimwear Set Bundle. Dead or Alive. Hakuoki Warriors of the Shinsengumi. Okay, this is a Vita PSP game, but like I'm curious, is this like a Samurai 2D fight? Oh, there's no screenshots, damn. Whoa, 51 add-ons, what? I'm sorry, what is this? 10 pieces of... Oh, okay, I'm kind of curious then, like, what is this game? Because I think these are all probably like $1, but then is it like a free to... Well, no, it's not free to play, so it's like, what's up with the microtransactions on this? Also, it's rated M, so that's... I'm guessing there's blood in it then. Oh, wait. Based on the hit visual novel. This is action adventure. So, this isn't even a fighting game? Plays one of 6, yeah. I don't know. I'd have to buy it. I do have a Vita. I think I have $8 in my wallet, but I'm not going to, so maybe I'll revisit it sometime. Access. Oh, so yeah, I'm curious. I guess I could just, well, yeah, if you're watching this, you're already on YouTube, so just look it up, I guess. Fighting Vipers. I already told my anecdote about this game, but yeah, this is... I think I have this somewhere in some collection. I'm not sure which one, but like one of the Sega fighting game collections, or just... Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't, and I always wanted to buy it, and I just never did. So... But I'll probably get it on Series X, just because it'll be forward compatible. And I can play it on whatever hardware it was released on, if it is a 360 version. Whereas this is just stuck on PS3, so... Sonic the Fighters. I think this was in one of the Sonic Gems, or Sonic Collection, or whatever it was called on PS2, GameCube era. But yeah, it's quite silly. Virtua Fighter 2. Is this the... I'm kind of... There's a bunch of Sega games all of a sudden here. That's kind of weird. Is it like... Okay, I'm kind of curious. Is it just like a port, or is this like an arcade version, or what? Oh, the borders, dude. Yeah, like what is the... up with this one? Well, it's not obviously not the Sega Genesis version, so... Because that one does not look like that. Let's see. Yeah, it's got high review scores, 289 reviews, almost 5 stars, 4.5. Legendary. Online play. I don't even know if it's still online, but yeah, it might be. Oh, it says Arcade Perfect. So it's the arcade version. I feel like there's... I'm trying to think, dude. Like, recently I feel like there's like a Virtua Fighter... something or other that had like a bunch of the games in it. But I'm blanking. Like, there's like a Virtua Fighter game that came out that had like the previous iterations of the game or something. Or it had like the... Maybe it was 5. I could load that up. Because it has like the arcade style... Or not, sorry, not arcade style, but the like the aesthetic of 2. But it was like after... It's like one of the ones after 2. I know it's not 4, because that's the PS2 one. So I guess it was 5? Wait, is there a 6? I should know these things. There's gotta be a 6, right? Like, for sure there's a 5th one. If there's a 6th one, maybe it was that one. Wait, no, this one just came out right, because they had like the Yakuza and Tekken DLC, for like the costumes. Anywho, PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. I've not actually played this, even though it says purchased, so yeah. Tekken Tag Tournament 2. I quite enjoy the Tekken Tag games. The first one on PS2 I played a ton of. That's actually when well, let's not go there, but yeah. Then Tag 2 is just more of the same, because it's all the characters in one game. I mean, there's a lot of mechanic stuff that's like different in this one though, that they added. I'm really looking forward to like if there's a third Tekken Tag game after the 9th game, because it seems like they're every 3 games. So I'm hoping after 9, if we get another Tekken Tag tournament, it's yeah, just more of this. Well, not more of this, but like preferably I'd like it to be like more like Tekken 8 fighting system, but like, you know, a tag style, and then like the full roster. So that's what I'm hoping for with that. I'm kind of curious like what they'll do with guest characters, because that wasn't a thing in Tag 2. So I'm kind of curious if the guest characters show up again in Tag 3, but I guess we'll see. So yeah. Sleeping Dogs digital. Wait. Sleeping Dogs is not a fighting game. This is an open world game. Set in Hong Kong. So I don't know what's up with this one, but that's not a fighting game. So but it's in the fighting game section. See, now I'm thinking of the wasn't there like a thing at the Game Awards where that happened? Where like there was some game that wasn't a fighting game that was nominated alongside all the fighting games. But anyway. War of the Monsters PS2 classic. I don't have this specific version, but the PS4 version that has like, or the PS2 on PS4 version, I have of this. So, although not this one, I do have this game, but I've not played it, so I can't say anything really as far as like the quality of it or anything. Terror Alive 5, When Vikings Attack, Bellator Onslaught. I'm sorry, Bellator MMA Onslaught. Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown. It must have been this one, dude. Complete Edition. Oh, there's two different ones. What? Oh, that's a bundle. That's why it probably includes this one. Yeah. But I could swear there's one of the modes in one of the recent Virtua Fighter where you can like play the old one. Or like, it's whatever, dude. Full game. Yeah, what's in the Complete Edition? Character customization packs. Incorporates all the enhancements. 2007. This came out in 2012, so it was like yeah. Whatever, let's not get into it, dude. See, Virtua Fighter 5 Complete Edition, Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown, Darkstalkers 3, Mortal Kombat PS Vita. Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier, where NetherRealm like incorporated that seamless style from like cutscene, the gameplay, and the story mode. But I feel like that was like probably the most influential, or one of the most influential enhancements or advancements in the genre going forward, was just because that happened. And then I know Tekken 8 and Tekken 7 used it. I'm not sure about the other ones, but just from like a presentation perspective or gameplay, I think that's such a good system. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't use it. Anyhow, Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, as I was mentioning during the Ultra Street Fighter thing at the top. Like, yeah, this one got 3 different versions. There's the vanilla, then there's Arcade Edition, then there's Ultra, and that was it. But it was like, dude, Capcom, like, could you not do that again? So it wasn't as bad for 5, because 5 was just like vanilla, but then that game was out, that had a very long life cycle, and they had to like fix a lot of things because it was kind of when it came out. And then yeah, once they're all done with it, had like 5 Championship Edition. I want to say, I don't think it was called Arcade Edition because it was like Championship. I could be wrong, but yeah, I didn't pick that one up because I'm still bitter about it actually. But yeah, I mean, the main reason I didn't was just because, like, dude, I was like, I paid $60 when 5 first came out, and then they had like all this stuff that was added on, and there was like no real like budget friendly, I guess, way to upgrade. And I was just like, dude, I mean, I can find it like on sale for like $12 every now and then, and I think about buying it, but then I'm like, I'll probably, like, the thing. I think that's what it was. Is like I was waiting until to see like if after 6 came out, if they would like just have it permanently be discounted, but not the case. But it does go on sale every now and then. Supremacy MMA Unrestricted on Vita for $40. Actually, that other MMA game. Okay, it's on PS3. I was curious about that. Yeah, I played recently. One of the UFC games was free with Plus, and I had not played one in forever, like since the Dreamcast days. It was really good. It was like really good and like super complex compared to those ones, and just I quite enjoyed it. I think I have like a couple videos of a couple videos of it on the channel. One of them was me playing online with one of my friends because it was free with Plus and we were both playing. It was pretty fun. Blaze Blue Continuum Shift Extend PS Vita version. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Online Edition Complete Pack. Street Fighter Alpha 3. See, for me, like, I think Alpha is my favorite of the sub series for Street Fighter. Just like visually, the 2D like art style of that one. I mean, I really like Third Strike, but as far as like visually, but it's like I feel like they're never going to make a game like that again. So I don't want to bum myself out. Whereas like Alpha just seems like a more classic version of like 2D sprites that would be more doable. But then I also feel like after the whatever they came out with when the Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo something something edition, like one of the anniversary editions, used the udon art from the comics, and I don't think they're gonna actually ever go back to these. So it's kind of a bummer. But I mean, I don't know, dude. I guess when I think about it, though, I will give the edge to Third Strike visually, but like I really do like the Alpha series as far as like the art style. It's quite good as well. It's also a really fun time. Fight Night Champion mode. So is this a DLC or what? Well, it says game, so I don't know. I've actually never played any of the Fight Night games, so. But then again, I'm not a big fan of boxing, so yeah, why would I? Darkstalkers, the Night Warriors. So I think, like I was saying earlier, that Capcom Fighting Collection, it's on PS. I'm not sure if it's on PS5 and Series X as well as PS4 and Xbox One, but it did recently come out. But it has like these Darkstalkers games in it as well as some other stuff. But I know for sure it's got the Darkstalkers stuff in there. Street Smart is a mini, $3. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Online Edition, which is the same as the one above, just not bundled with whatever came with that. Deadliest Warrior Legends, Tekken PS1. See, it's funny because I picked up this one, right? And then Tekken 2 I did not. And I think for a time Tekken 3 was on the store, and I was like, maybe I should get them. But then it got delisted, and I was like, wow, what's the point? Now I've got the first one, and I'm never. It's like, yeah, it's like, and then honestly, it's like, why would you? If it's like, it's like if you're gonna get like one of the classic Tekkens, so you're gonna get 3, and like 3 was there, and it's gone, and it's like, well, I'm not gonna buy 2, so that's just, yeah, there's no point. I mean, I also have like the physical copy of this. I don't know why I got it. It's probably just nostalgia. But yeah, it would be nice to have it. I think in hindsight, I'm like, yeah, I wish I would have gotten 1, 2, and 3. I mean, I can still get 2, but then I don't get it on PS5, which is annoying. But whatever, 'cause you can just like load it up, boot it up, and like if you go to download it, it's like a very small file. And it's pretty instant. But actually, let me see. Let me download this in the background real quick. I don't know if I have it installed right now. I probably don't. It's only for 140 megabytes. Yeah. So let me download this in the background, and then after this video is done, we'll watch the opening cutscene. Cause I mean, it hasn't aged as well as 2's, or it doesn't look nearly as good as 2's, but you know, it's like, hey, at least there's that, right? Arcana Heart 3. You know, I don't play any of these magical girl fighting games, so I'm kind of curious, like, if they're any good. But like the fact that this one got to 3, and I was like, I think back in the day, I was like, I wonder if these are any good. And I was like thinking about it, but I never did pick it up. And it is like in that 2D style, so yeah, dude. I think it is. I think it's also interesting for me, like when I think about the fighting game genre, just like specifically because there is like, you know, the 2D and like the 3D, like the two forks in the road that split, but it's like the same genre, but like the visual component of it at least is like, I'll always like see a 2D game and think, oh, that looks fun. Or just like it looks more like simple, and then like if it's a 3D game, I'll just like be like, I don't know how complex this is. But then like the thing about the 2D ones is like you'll see these crazy like combos and infinites, and then it's like, well, if I wish it was that good. At least that's what I would think to myself. It's like, man, I wish it was that good in that game, but I'm not. So yeah. Blaze Blue Continuum Shift 2, Dissidia 12, Prologus, Final Fantasy. Dissidia. I played the first one. I wasn't feeling it, man. And I just, yeah, I don't care about it after that. So I'm just like, yeah, there's like a bunch of Dissidias after well, there's not a bunch. There's like 2 more, I think, after the first one on PSP. But not my cup of tea. And it's kind of messed up too because they put in Ramza from Final Fantasy Tactics into like the most recent one That's one of my favorite games, one of my favorite characters, and I still didn't play it. And I was like, man, they put on. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, in my brain, I'm like, I really wish they could make a Final Fantasy fighting game that wasn't Dissidia, because I don't like Dissidia. But like, I wish they like would do a redo on this series because it's like I just don't like the way it is. It's just like because I play Theater Rhythm or however you pronounce it, and I really love that game and like all the music. And it's like, dude, if you think about it, they could do that with like a lot of things in that series. So just like taking, XYZ component or like XYZ genre, and then like adapting it to that series or that universe with those characters. Or I guess the universe is kind of weird to say because there's like each one is different. But you know what I'm saying? Like all the different Final Fantasy games and just like all the characters and just like shove them in a game of like whatever genre. But like I feel like fighting games would be like a good fit because literally everyone is a fighter of some type, or just like okay. When I say that, I mean like they all are. Their whole thing is like the crystal warriors of light that save the day. So it's like whatever, and then like have some sort of fighting system that works. Or on paper it makes sense, but then it's like just yeah. I mean, I guess one thing that would be kind of neat is if they took all the characters that are monks and put them in like or just like let Harada use them in Tekken. If you had like Tifa and Yang, and let's see, that's 7 and 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I don't really think there's like a monk that's like part of the story in 3. I haven't gotten through 5 or 6. I'm sorry. There's that one guy, Sabin from 6. I've played some of 6. I have not finished it. 7's Tifa. 8's would be Zell. 9. I guess there's not really a monk in 9 unless you count Amarant. He's more of a thief though, right? Like him and Zidane are both thieves. I guess he could kind of be a monk, but then not Zidane, but Amarant, because he's got. I think that was like the thing that was like when Zidane talks to him, he's like something you're strong or something. But then, if I'm not mistaken, I think he is more of a thief. Let's see, 10 would be. Is there a monk for 10? There's not, because you've got. I'm sorry to like get into the Final Fantasy. I love it, so it's hard for me to like not ramp off of this topic. But so yeah, we've got Lulu, Black Mage, Yuna, Summoner, Zidane, like just a generic fighter slash all rounder. Riku Thief, Kamari, also fighter. See, now I'm thinking of like D&D classes when I say fighter, because it's just like whatever. Or I guess what warrior would be like the default for like Final Fantasy, right? If I think of the 14, like warrior is a fighter. Raiden still. And Orin, Samurai. Yeah, there is no monk in 10 or 10-2. Because you've got like Riku and Yuna are joined by crap. What's her name? Pain. Yeah, Pain. So, but then like they're all there. But that's the other thing about like I think 10 and 10-2 is like everybody's not really more so 10-2 because of the dress fears is like they're all the classes. Okay, 13. Maybe Snow. Maybe he has. I mean, 13 is like that too, though. And I haven't played 13-2 or Lightning Returns, so I don't know if, like what's up with that. And then 14. Oh, well, yeah. 14, like you have the entire monk, like class quest line and all those characters. 15. I haven't played 15, or I played it a bit when it was on Game Pass just to check it out because I didn't initially buy it, so I need to go back and check that one out. And then 16, no, there are no monks in 16 because all your skills are based on the summons, so or the primal abilities. I mean, I guess technically there are, right? But then the nature of that game is that if you're not a primal, you can't really use the magic, and the magic is such a focus of the story that it's more of a more magic focused. I just went through all the Final Fantasy games. Okay, anyway. the numbered ones, not the spin-offs. But yeah, I'm guessing there's probably some spin-off characters that would fit. But yeah, let's continue. I'm sorry about that tangent. Distrega, Pocket Fighter. See, I feel like this is in a collection as well. Like this Puzzle Fighter and something else for like in a collection of Street Fighter games I have, but I'm like not sure what it's called. Like this and like the Sonic games, like they're in a collection, but then I guess they like also split the games apart and sold them separately. But I can't think of like off the top of my head like what the collection is for either of those. Galaxy Fight, what? It's a PS1 game. Oh, there's some video. Let's see, fighting class of gaming classics released in Japan during the something something. Oh, it's got 4 stars. The 90s. Oh, golden age. Visual effects will amaze up to 5 layers of parallax scrolling. Sunsoft. Oh, Sunsoft, yeah. It's an arcade developer. 1,000 years. Let's take a quick look at the trailer, I guess, real quick. It's only $5.99. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could buy it. I think I have like $8 in my wallet on PSN. So if I really wanted to, I could get this, but I'm probably not going to. If it loads. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, is there a way to like mute this? I guess I'll just keep talking the entire time. That way, if there's any... I mean, it should be fine, right? Oh, what, dude? L1, play from the beginning. Oh, come on, dude. Don't do this to me. I'll try one more time. Yeah, because when I was doing this for the 360 thing, and then there was like a Ghostbuster thing randomly in the thing, and I watched it, and then like the flippin' theme played, and I was like, oh no. Well, I wasn't like at the time here when I'm doing this some of the time because of the way my setup is to record these, so I didn't know it was actually playing. I was just talking over it, and then I got the Content ID strike, and I was like, or not strike, got the Content ID thing. This doesn't look bad. It's 2D. Had a bit of an anime opening thing. Oh yeah, it's got a zoom in, zoom out, parallax scrolling stuff. Okay, this is kind of neat. It's like, yeah, it looked like the guy has like a jetpack on. He's very like martial arts and stuff, but then it's like a combination. And like the architecture of that first stage was very like a traditional like Edo area or Edo period Japan style. This is like super sci-fi on the stage. That crowd, the crowd in the foreground looks kind of cool actually too. That's not an effect you actually see very often in 2D games. That's pretty neat. Train yard. I think the jetpack character might be the main character, or just the coaster character. Or character, I should say. Oh yeah, there you go. Rolf Kazuma. Oh, there's like a weird like lizard character on the very far left. Or reptilian lizard type creature, non-humanoid. I don't know what they actually are. Yeah, dude, the crowd effect, that's actually kind of cool. It's not too much in the way, but it's like there. I like that little effect going on. Like, there's actually a stage like that in Street Fighter Alpha, I want to say 2, where it's like snow, and there's a crowd, I mean, there's a lot of crowd fighting game stages, so that wouldn't actually be anything new. Anywho, moving on. Mozart Space Salvager. I think I might have finally found a game to get during this. I wasn't thinking I would find any like of the stuff to like going through the PS3 section because I was like, it is a known quantity to me, and the fact that you can't play any of these on hardware beyond what it's made on if it's not backwards compatible. But then it's not backwards compatible. That's why you can't play PS3 games on PS5s, you know, or PS4. So it's like, why would I even bother with this? Like buying in this trash. But yeah, PS1 Classic, dude, and then I was following the classics, so... And I like fighting games. Anywho. MOZOX, or Mozok Space Salvager. Lord of Arcana. Kung Fu Live. Deadliest Warrior the Game. Gladiator Begins. Armored Core, Last Raven Portable. What? There's an Armored Core game. Is it also a fighting game, or is it just an Armored Core game? I'm curious. Because there was that Sleeping Dogs listing. Oh, it's from Software too. I wasn't sure if it was just like an Armored Core game that was just like made right with the name slapped on it. This looks like it's legit, dude. Up to 4 players. Oh, is it meant to be a fighting game? That's kind of cool. Oh, the game save from AC3 Portable and ACSL Portable can be carried over to this game. Everything in this game is enhanced. So Armored Core 3, question mark? Wait, I didn't know Armored Core 3 was a portable game. There's a PSP theme in here too. Wait, is this free? Oh, it is. Nice. Anywho, I like mechs and giant robots, so, you know. That's also something that will always appeal to me. I mean, I didn't pick up the most recent Armored Core game, but that's because I'm not really into I've not been too into the series, so. Anyhow. Bloody Roar 2. I said my piece on this. And the other one. Deathspank. Wow, Deathspank's still on here. Is it a fighting game though? I feel like it's not. But okay. Blaze Blue Calamity Trigger Portable. Armored Core Silent Line Portable. Wait. Silent Line. That sounds familiar. I think they didn't. Oh, that's probably because they didn't call it 3. It was called Armored Core Silent Line. Okay. But then, is it the third game? I'd have to look at the Wikipedia page, dude. I don't even remember if this is any good or not. But the fact there's like a fighting game, add-on game slash whatever game component's kind of neat. Then again, yeah, well, I have my Vita, but I don't have my imaginary friends that I'd be able to play the 4-player mode with anyway. Battle Fantasia, though I guess technically I do have imaginary friends, but because they're imaginary, you know. Battle Fantasia. The City of Final Fantasy. Yeah, I got the hard copy of this game, but like I said, I bounced off this one for sure. So not feeling Dissidia. Tekken 6 PSP. See, I know like Tekken has like that world record for like the longest going game series story, whatever. But like Tekken Advance, I've never played, and I always wondered like, does it actually tie into it? And that was like around Tekken 3 time, and then Tekken 6 PSP. I'm curious, is it like not just a port then? If it is like supposedly got that record of like every game is like tied into each other for 30 plus years or whatever. So kind of curious how that goes. Okay, I know Fighting Force isn't a This is a beat 'em up. This is not a fighting game. This is like a Street Rage 3D. It's actually not that good. I've played it. It's yeah. So this isn't a fighting game either. So yeah. Darkstalkers Chronicle, Chaos Tower, PSP Vita. Oh, Armored Core 3 is on here. What? See, this is kind of neat. This is like why I'm doing this series, because it's like I don't even know what's in the PSN store because I never check it. Outside of like stuff I'm specifically looking for, like I've never gone through and gone like game by game because it would take forever, and I'm like, ugh. But Armored Core 3 Portable, effing on the store, man. It's $10, and there's like a effing side game that you can play co-op slash PvP. I'm not sure because the listing was kind of weird. Ad hoc wireless play. Man, I really wish they'd bring some of these to PS5 because it's like okay, 1, bring them, and then 2, like keep the functionality, and that would be kind of neat because this has effing wireless mode that it says multiplayer. So yeah, multiplayer battles. Looks like it's just like any other Armored Core game. 2009. When did the side game come out? Let's see, this came out 2010, next year. And Silent Line Portable, what is this? It's just building your mech. Okay, the ad hoc mode adds the multiplayer stuff. Oh wait. Hold on. It says play together, it doesn't say against each other, so maybe it is co-op. Anyway. See, I think I would have been more down with Armored Core if it had like more of a focus on co-op, because the PvP for it just doesn't seem appealing to me. And I played one, or there's like a demo on like one of the PS2 demo discs, and it just, wasn't feeling it. Anywho, Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max. Guilty Gear XXX and Core Plus. Didn't we already... Oh, well, this is the PSP/Vita version, so I'm guessing the one that was earlier. Oh, wait, you know what? There was one that was PS3, and there was one that was, I want to say, Vita standalone, but this is a crossplay, whatever, of, well, not crossplay. Crossbuy, because crossplay is you can play across platforms, crossbuy is you get it on both. So this is PSP and Vita version. Fight Night Round 3. Mortal Kombat Unchained. I don't remember this one. Deepest fighting game ever on PSP. Well, it's $10 if I want to like check it out, but then... Oh, it says Criterion. I was about to say, is it NetherRealm? Because it's not... This must have been just a port for money or something. And obviously it's before Midway went under, right? So, because they were putting out a lot of Mortal Kombat. There's like 1 a year, I feel like towards the end when Midway was like losing money. Because it was like the only thing making the money was like Mortal Kombat games. 2009. I don't know. It says it's a fighting game. I've not... In my brain, I'm like, I'm not, like, I'm drawing a blank here. So, I'm usually more familiar with the series. So, I'm not kind of... I'll have to look it up. Mortal Kombat Unchained. Make a note real quick, because I gotta look this up right after this video. Mortal Kombat Unchained. Alright. What's next? Fight Night Round 3. Wait a minute, did I do the thing? I think I did the thing. I was going this way, right? Because I already talked about this one. That's my bad. Samurai Showdown Anthology. Oh, this is PSP and Vita. So that's kind of... That's kind of interesting because... I mean, this is a good collection. It has like all the... Well, I don't know if it has 5, but it's got like, the Samurai Showdown games. Which is pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Nice. Yeah, 5 stars. I'm trying to think. I feel like... Was this on the PS2 on PS4? I feel like I recently got this, but only because it was in a collection on modern hardware, which it must have been the PS4 version. Anyway, Power Stone Collection. This game needs to be brought forward, dude. For sure. Sega. Get on the ball with that one. Or Capcom, I'm sorry. It was on Sega hardware. It was on Dreamcast back in the day. I have the physical copy of this collection, so... But yeah, dude, Power Stone back in the day when I first played it, I thought it was so fun. And then just, like, I don't really ever revisit it. Even though I went through so much to finally, buy the... Or at least the Vita... I'm sorry, the PSP version. Because I don't think I've got the Vita version. So... Actually, no one I could get on Vita for $10. I might pick this up. Yeah, because I have it on PSP. But the UMD, dude, yeah... You could... Because that is, a case where, it is, a physical thing reading from a disc, I don't think I'd want to, trust it to, not break within XYZ years. And I haven't even played in forever, so... And it probably would look better on the Vita anyway, but it's only $10. Surprised we haven't had a new entry in, forever, yeah. I think this was the last time we saw this game, in 2009. Effing, 15 years ago? Yeah, they haven't brought it forward. They haven't made any new entries. Guess we'll see. Okay, in my brain, something just dinged in my brain of a bunch of these are probably just the handheld versions or ports of the console versions. That's why it's everyone says PSV and PS Vita and PSP. And I'm like, wait, I don't remember this game. Because they just made it for the PSP and Vita. And that's why you don't remember. Anyway, Soul Calibur Broken Destiny, because I looked at that one, I was like, wait, I don't remember there being a Soul Calibur not numbered. And it's dude, that's because it's the PSP one, or the Vita one. Anyway, Street Fighter Alpha 2. I really love this box art. It's, I quite enjoy it. Just, yeah. Dynasty Warriors. Wait, this... There was a Samurai Warriors game earlier, right? And I was like, well, maybe I got a fighting game. I don't think those got made into fighting games. I think they're just in this section of the store. Bloody Roar, $5.99. Set my piece on this game. The King of Fighters, $99. Ragdoll Kung Fu. Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix. This used the they redrew the sprites with the Udon comic. There's like a Street Fighter comic book but yeah, that's why I keep saying that. But like that's the art style and like the character design style that they used for this one. I'm kind of curious like why they did that, but then I guess it doesn't matter. But like because they did that, I'm pretty sure they're probably never going to go back to the stuff like of the before of like the pixel art. But then, or not so much. I'm sorry, the sprites, not the pixel art, 'cause it's not anyway. But yeah, it's like I guess you never say never, right? Okay, Tekken 5 Deck Resurrection. This is kind of a curious case, right? Because let me see, because I know I have this. I was about to say I've got Dark Resurrection online. I'm kind of curious if this is why I can't buy this. Oh, this is a PSP. Hold on. Oh wait, never mind. Oh wait, this is PSP and arcade. Blah 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 blah. Oh, so it came to PS3 after it came to handhelds and arcade. I guess that makes sense. Well, obviously arcade, because yeah, there's like usually arcade versions of the thingies before a console. But yeah. Oh, I already own it. Okay, cool. Because I was like, why can I not buy this? But then I wasn't sure if it was delisted. That was, I was like, anyway. But yeah, Tekken 5 is one of my favorites, for sure, in the series. 3-5's, I'll say 8, because 7 I liked, but I didn't get super into it. 8 is like return to form, dude. I can't get over how good it is. Just, yeah. Okay, I was like, what game am I on? The Con. I think that was the launch game for the PSP, if I'm not mistaken, or just launch window. It's like a fight club, and you fight in like underground thingy things for money. I've not played it, but I remember like all the review coverage of it when it came out at the time, because it was at the launch or close to launch. And Street Fighter Alpha, Tekken 2. I'm considering getting this because it's cheaper on here than it is on PS5, but then I don't think you get to actually play it on PS5 if you have it on here, which is unfortunate. But then I'm like, dude, why would, it's like I said earlier, it's like, why would I get this if I'm never, it's like, I'm never going to play it. Like, there's no reason to. And it's like, yeah, I'd rather get 3. So, but then I have the hard copy for like 1, 2, and 3. So it's like, yeah, like, or all of them rather. So it's like, yeah. It's like I don't need the digital copy because my physical copies are just fine. There's no like scratches or anything, so they're fine. Blaze Blue Continuum Shift, disc only. See, these disc only ones are always like I said this last time. I don't know what these are or like what it means. Like when these are on here, it says disc only. Like what does that mean? Like why does it say disc only or what's going on? Like if someone's watching this, could they please put it in the comments? Like because it's been such a long time since I've used the PSN store and like been like the PS3 was such a long time ago. I don't remember like what happened of like why they were putting stuff on the store that says disc only. Like why would you? Is it just for DLC then or like add-ons? Anyway, Blaze Blue Continuum Shift, Blaze Blue Continuum Shift Extend, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm, Revolution. Well, that doesn't say disc only though, but this looks like it's still listed. I played a demo of one of the Naruto's games that was a fighting game, but I enjoyed it. I think I bought like a bunch of them. I haven't played them because I wanted to watch the anime first, but dude, I failed in that one. The episode like when he gets trained by Jiraiya, that's like where I stopped watching. It's like I mean he didn't even like start his training, but like he meets him or something the first time, and like that's as far as I got in Naruto, dude. I need to go back and rewatch. I really want to watch the series. But then the problem with Naruto, right, is like Naruto, and then there's Shippuden, and now there's Boruto. So it's like I'm super far behind, and it's just like, dude, I would really like to watch Naruto and be caught up with it because everybody says it's really good, and I like from what I've seen, I did enjoy it. Like the effing tuning exams, man, the good arc, and it's just ninja fights. Like that's like the series starts, and then you have like a whole series of 1v1 fights, and it's like what? That's effing awesome. Like the pacing on that, or like they have like the one mission where they go after Zabuza, right, and then they've got the tuning exams and like the effing training, in the forest, and I'm sorry, not to get like too into Naruto, but like it's pretty like just like from the little bit I did saw, I was like, man, this is actually pretty good. Like it's really held together here. Actually, it's pretty funny because the most recent time I rewatched it or tried to rewatch it is like they're like it's like the Zabuza mission, right? So they got to go like protect the bridge builder dude, and when it's on like I couldn't remember at the time because I had like previously watched it, but it had been a while before I bounced off of that last time, and I was watching it this time, and I was like, okay, I can't remember. Is this like a is it like Dragon Ball Z where it takes like 10 episodes to get through like one thing, or is this like a one episode per story beat situation, and then we're on like episode 5 of the bridge battle, and I'm like, okay, this is one of those. It's gonna take a minute to get through this series, so. But hey, at least I got to do the tuning exams for once, because last time I didn't get to see, like... Actually, I didn't get through it, because I didn't get to the finals. Yeah, because I was like, what, the final 4 or 2 or whatever? Because he beats up, or doesn't beat him up, but he, like, wins over the one girl who has a crush on him's brother. I'm sorry. Wow, I didn't expect to go into, like, weird tangents on, like, Final Fantasy and Naruto here, but here we are. Anywho, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations. Disc only. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. Disc only. Rival Schools. Wait, what? Rival Schools came out on PS3? Excuse me? There's a bunch of avatars here. See, I feel like Capcom has like a... What's that word called? Or that phrase of like a something of riches. And they've got like a bunch of like games that were like out back in the day. Like I don't even know if they're good. It's just like they were like super rare and like hard to find on Dreamcast, like this and Cannon Spike. And it's like the eBay listings are super expensive, and I'm like, I don't even know if these games are good, but it's like I would like to play them. And it's like, but they haven't put them out, so or put them out again. I think Sakura's in this one. Because I'm looking down the list of like characters here, and I'm like, these don't look like Street Fighter characters, but I thought there was at least like some characters in this that were in Street Fighter, but I'm not seeing any. It just says Rival Schools, disc only. It's like, why you got to do that? Capcom PlayStation, like, why put this on here when like I can't even find this on like PS1 on eBay for like cheap? I imagine if I look at it right now, it's like at least $100. Okay, that's high. It's probably at least 70 on eBay. Now I'm gonna go check. I recently bought something off of eBay too. I bought Time Splitters, the first one, because I didn't have it. And then after that recent Embracer Group news of like, well, the most recent one's gone, and so is Free Radical forever. And it's like, oh, well, that's not depressing at all. So I guess at least I'll play that one game I never played from them. Though I never played Second Sight either, so I kind of play like all of them and just like. I think that's something I'm going to be doing on the channel too as well, like starting this year going forward. It's just like, RRP, pour one out for defunct studios and series. Because, man, that Deus Ex one hurt. Because 2 years of development, man, I can't get over that. It was in development for 2 years, and they effing killed it. It's like I'm not buying any games from Embracer Group. Like, I don't know for how long, but for sure there's going to be like a effing moratorium for me personally, or just my own personal boycott of those a-holes, because that effing sucks, man. I mean, that's the thing, right? It's like I feel bad because it's like it's not the devs that like are making the game's fault. It's like the publisher. Like the publisher just they flew too close to the sun, man, and just the effing Saudi Arabia thing, like the deal didn't go through. See, now I'm like in hindsight, it would have been cool if like Microsoft could like swooped in and like save that if they could like somehow like negotiated. It's like maybe like I would like that to be like their new, in like a perfect world, like that would be like their new role for me, is like they just go in to like save stuff that's like in danger of being canceled with their billions and billions of dollars and their trillion market value valuation and their endless resources. And it's like, oh, and it's like, I'm fine if that, like, it's like if that's what it takes in like the game's exclusive to Xbox, fine. It's like I get to play it. Or like even better if it's part of their new third party, or not third party, but their new revenue plan of putting games out on platforms that are not ours, because the game is, or like that's such a, I can't get over that. They said like the game's reached their full potential. It's like, what? Potential in what regard? Of like the money that it would get out of the user base that you're selling it to? That's kind of weird to phrase it like that. Anyway, Street Fighter disc only. I'm kind of curious, is this like Street Fighter 1? Because it just says Street Fighter, and like the only Street Fighter that's, yeah. Oh, it is the original. Didn't this recently just get a release somewhere, I want to say? Like the very first one? You know what? I think this is it's in one of the recent collections. If not the Fighter collection, there's like a Street Fighter collection that just came out that has like, oh, the 30-year anniversary collection. That's what it was. That has like all the Street Fighters. Or a lot of the Street Fighters. I don't think it has all of them, because there's so many different versions. But like, you know, it's got this one. Actually, thinking about it, I don't think it has like the Street Fighter 20 something something. That's like a not even a fighting game. Anyway, red hair view. That's how you know. It's like, that's not the view I'm used to. Oh, I wonder if this mic is supposed to be based off Mike Tyson. Kidding. Gin. Oh, Gin was in the original. Interesting. Joe. Birdie. Adon. Is Eagle supposed to be, I think there's a character with that name in one of the Capcom versus SNK series, but then, or Final Fight, right? It probably would be, well, that makes sense, right? Because it is like the shared universe, right? Final Fight and Street Fighter, which is kind of, I thought that was quite neat, actually, how they leaned into that in Gen 6 of the, Metro City, Mad City. I can never, Mad Riders. I can never remember the names of the Final Fight stuff. But yeah, they lean into the whole like shared universe setting of Street Fighter and Final Fight. Street Fighter 2. Let's just go over here to keep it going. Street Fighter 4 disc only. Street Fighter 2 PSN, but no price, so probably not here. Oh, there's avatars. There's plenty of avatars. I'm guessing maybe this is why it's on the thing still. It's like you can still access the avatars from here, but I don't know, man. Oh, this is Super Street Fighter 2. I'm like, I saw the text behind the Street Fighter 2, and I'm like, oh, it's Super. So we've got the World Warriors and the New Warriors. Cammy, T-Hawk, DJ, Fei Long. Go home and be a family man. Was that Kin or Guile? I can't remember. Anyway, Tekken Tag 2 is on here as well as disc only. But that's it for fighting games. All 123 listed. Hold on, I want to see something real quick. Or not want to see something, but like that's the end of the video. But I did say something about like I was gonna go do something here at the front end. What did I download? Tekken? I think I did, right. Also, I was browsing the store, but I wasn't browsing it. I was looking into my account downloads, and apparently I had some PS1 games that I did not download, besides Tekken, that were not installed. I mean, so I've got this one, which I just got, and then this one, Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, and Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. Also, the Embracer Group thing was on my mind, because who effing knows when we're going to see another Soul Reaver game. So yeah, I'll sit here and install this one. Actually, last time I think I downloaded something that was already in here, right? And I didn't need to install it, because I was talking about how bad the PS3 was as far as like the whole, like, when you're like doing stuff besides playing a game and you need to multitask and it can't, and you're just like locked in like whatever the thing is. What was it? Oh, it was Dark Forces. That's what it was. But then I looked at this and it says like May 12th, so I'm kind of curious if it was like a near the time of a May the 4th thing, or is that just like the date I just happened to do that? Because it says the date it's installed, and that's 20. What year was it? Crowd I scrolled down too far. 2015. Okay, jeez. 2015 is like 9 years ago. Yeah, this is the first one I got, 2008. Jet Moto 3. I think I got delisted recently, or not recently, but like not soon after too. Because 1 and 2 are still on the thing, but 3 isn't, so that was fortunate. Sequin's 2010, so that's probably not as like the actual date that I first got it, but whatever. But then again, this PS3 I'm using, I don't think that's right, because Yeah, it would have been the day the PS3 I got, because this one's not a launch unit. This is a super slim I'm on. Anywho, Tekken. Let's boot this up real quick. Yeah, I'll put Tekken on it. I'll put the other two on. But yeah, this is like the annoying part of like when you download a game on PS3 anyways. Like, well, these are like small files, so it's like they're not like gigabytes of data. Because if this was like a full-size game, I'd have to sit here like for 5 to 10 minutes, if not longer, for it to install. So, ugh, it was the worst, dude. I mean, in that, and as far as like it was the worst in terms of like effing beyond gaming capacity and like, multitasking and whatnot. Because there's a lot of good games the PS3 360 era. I mean, honestly, I feel like Uncharted 2 to what just came out, or what's coming out. Oh no, yeah, I guess Uncharted 2 to Spider-Man 2, like that span of time, like Sony's first party output, because it's only just slowing that down now, like they said for the PS5. So it's like I feel like that was like that time frame is like just, I feel like who knows if they're gonna ever reach that output again, because games are like what, 5-year dev time, so they will not be, and like unless like the stars align and it's like, oh, we just happen to finish development on all these games at the same time, it's like, it's gonna be a minute before they just, I mean, that's why I was always saying, as long as there's like one a year, to like one game that's first party that's awesome to look forward to, it's like whatever. So, and that being said, like in the financial thing, they did say it's like no sequels, so it could be like a new IP that they've got, or like who knows what, right? So I'm still hopeful that there's like at least one solid first party game from them this year. I mean, Helldivers too, but like that's not my cup of tea. So I'm glad everybody else is enjoying it. I think Stellar Blade is like more of a publishing thing, right? Because they didn't actually, that's not in-house. That's like some other studio that like they just picked it up from nothing and helped them get it made. And then Rebirth is obviously Square Enix, so that's a third party joint. So yeah. I think I had this on Dreamcast if I'm not mistaken. I still have it probably, but it was, I think, oh wait, I think I remember now. I think I at some point had this on PS1, like a physical copy of it. But then I saw it was on Dreamcast, and like the fact that it had like better graphics and whatever. So I picked it up on Dreamcast and I traded in the PS1 copy I had. But then I was able to get this one back, or this digital version. So that's cool. But yeah, that's it for the video. So we're just gonna end it here with a sweet intro sequence from Tekken to celebrate the 30-year story arc ending in Tekken 8 and how it's been such a fantastic. I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, we'll just celebrate the word on the street that Tekken is back, and it is back, and it's great, and it's a fun time. So let's watch this intro, and then I'm gonna be done with this video after this. I'll sign off after. Let me mute myself. What a blast from the past that was, huh? Man, that looks like it's kind of crazy looking at like if you go from Tekken 1 to Tekken 3, like the opening CG, it's just like what? This is the same console generation, or just even 1 to 2? Like, I mean, obviously I don't have 2 loaded in, and I can't put my hard copy of 2 in because it doesn't play. This is a PS3 that doesn't play PS2 games, but yeah, that opening is kind of rough. If I only got rid of one of these, I could have 69 and 169 anyway. Um, oh, I did say something else, didn't I? I was saying something about the JoJo game, right? Let me see if it's on here. Hold up. It's in here somewhere. There's a bunch of games in here. Yeah, there's 170 games in here. But I was looking up a Google document I had because I'm sorry. It was a document on my phone, but I put it in my Google Drive. I need to update it of like my game collection list, and I have it by platform. And I have like 200 and something PS3 games because like I don't know how many PS3 games I have. There's not that many, is it? But yeah, it is effing that many. So yeah. So I'm on here and I'm like, there's 170, so there's probably like 30 games I have a physical copy of. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. I was like surprised actually because I didn't think I had that many. But then I was like, because I think I have like 180, I want to say, PS2 games. Anyway, this is a JoJo game I have. I don't even know if it's the same one that we looked at earlier. I'll look it up in the store real quick. But this just says JoJo's Bizarre Adventure HD version. I know there's more than one, but like, I don't know what the difference between them are. I'm sorry. Yeah, I do not know what the difference between the JoJo fighting games are, so I just know there's that one I've got. Because I remember back in the day that like the Dreamcast one was like out of print and very, very expensive. So when that one came out, I was like, okay, I'm picking this up. But I'm like only aware of like the like review scores that it had. Like I don't know like if it's actually a good game. I just saw that it had like decent review scores, and I was like, okay, it's probably worth playing. But that was like back before my current way of doing stuff is like not that way, because I would have been like, well, I'm not even like really that big of a fighting game fan anymore. So JoJo, because like now it's like, oh, All-Star Battle. Is it still on here? This is a different one. The one we just looked at was not All-Star Battle, but this is All-Star Battle. So I can't even get this other one. So at least I can play the one I have on here already, but this one's delisted. Roll. But it was medium. I actually have seen the anime since it came to my attention that it wasn't anime. Cause at the time I had not even seen it, but then I've actually seen it since. Gosh, not since I found out. Like, when I found out was when I was watching it, and I was like, oh, okay. Gosh, that was 2019 though, dude. That's crazy. It's 5 years ago. Effing wild. Anyhow, that's it for this video. I guess the next genre that we'll be taking a look at. Let me look in the store real quick. Again, sorry to keep bouncing around like this. Man, I just thought, like, what was that one game I wanted to get? I don't remember. It just had, like, the jetpack guy fighting something, right? I'm going to wait until I'm done with the series, right? Because it's like, there's something that's cheap I can pick up that I, like, want to get. I'll go and do that. I mean, that being said, I don't remember Power Stone Collection being on Vita. That's my thing. Because I'm like, wouldn't I have just gotten on Vita, though? But then I guess I didn't, so. Anywho. Also, I need to get my PlayStation TV out of storage so I can like hook that up and look at the Vita store, because I want to do that now after doing this deep dive into the PS3 store. Alright, so we've done shooter and we've done fighting game. So next up is platformer and puzzle games. Ooh, RPGs after that. Nice. But yeah, that is it for this video, so I will end it there. We'll be looking at puzzle games and whatnot next time. So feel free to leave a like, comment, share, favorite. I'm sorry, I messed up on that. Damn it. Like, comment, whatever. Feel free to like, comment. Uh, what do I say? It's like, comment, share with your friends or not. That's cool too. Favorite, subscribe, whatever the F, whatever. It's whatever, dude. When you're on YouTube, you know how it works. Do the thing or not. It's no big deal. I'll still be making videos. So, yeah. Until you see or hear from me again, thanks for watching. And I'm now signing off.